Hello, welcome. This is Sports This Morning, reaching live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
It's still an action-packed world of sports, and we will begin right here in Nigeria. Let us tell you the story of match day 37. Rivers United failed to win. Wiki Tories didn't win. Enugu Rangers defeated Ikorodu United in Abeokuta, and that has put them within touching distance, Tayo, within touching distance to become champions of the Nigeria Professional Football League.
The wait is almost over. Woo! And that's all I have to say.
32 years.
It is almost over.
Impossible is nothing.
Yes. Ooh, impossible is nothing in the sense that you can end a title drought after a very long time.
That's right.
Impossible is nothing in the sense that anything can still happen on the final day.
That's what it means. That's what it means. Because mathematically, Rivers United can also still win.
We'll talk a lot more about that
title. Okay, on the show this morning, we'll continue to monitor women's football in Nigeria. The Flamingos talk about the national under-17 women's team. They are ready for the World Cup in Jordan. They will leave the country today. Remember, we told you first about last week that they were going to leave today. And yes, Tayo, they will leave the country today for Jordan.
Yes, so safe travels to the Flamingos.
That's right.
As they go to Jordan. Also on the show, Austin, woke up to this very sad news today about golfing legend, absolute legend, Arnold Palmer, passing away at the age of 87. Sadly, he's at his final stroke.
Right.
But his legendary status, his legend is going to continue to live, forever. You know what they say about legends, never dying. I mean, everything is achieved, on the golf course, will live long after he's gone.
I totally agree, Tayo. And at 87, if you give it a final stroke, I think he's been there, done that with golf. But a lot of...
It's never easy.
I know, particularly with the fans, they call them the Arnie's Army. They say, look, we need Arnold Palmer around, We know how golfers is just his records they're chasing to break, because he has done so well for golf, an ambassador for golf, a legend in any way you want to describe him, Tayo. He's definitely going to be missed. The golfing world will be mourning right now. But let us celebrate him for the things he did for golf.
Exactly. And he's talking about the things he did for golf. While he was playing in his playing career, he was referred to as the king, and he actually became the first, TV superstar in golf, and he won 7 majors. And like I said, Austin, and 4 of those wins came at the Augusta Masters. That was in 1958, 60, 62, and 1964. And we remember as well to his rivalry, with the likes of Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player, gave golf, raised the profile of golf.
Exactly, because particularly after the generation of golf stars, we were not saying about just Tiger Woods. Back in the day, it was really competitive.
Yes, it was. The big three, that's what it was called.
I know, Tiger, it was really good, for what they did for golf. Palmer won 7 major championships, as you mentioned. And Tayo, look, when you look at people like this, you just wish that everything, the legacy they've left behind for the sport doesn't die.
No, it's not going to die. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. This guy is an absolute legend. Even though he's gone, boy's legend will live forever. And unexpectedly, the tributes, are pouring in already. I mean, coming from the likes of Rory McIlroy, even the players and the modern day golfers that are playing right now, they really look up to him.
It's a role model to a lot of them.
Exactly. The first one came through from the United States Golf Association, deeply saddened by the death of Arnold Palmer. Tiger Woods, obviously, 14-time major winner.
Friendship, counsel, and a lot of laughs. It's very important.
And philanthropy as well.
That's right.
That's very key. Cool. Rory McIlroy, left out, from the tributes, to Arnold Palmer in fresh of winning the Tour Championship and the FedEx, Cup. Sad. Sergio Garcia, has been there as well to pay his last respect to Ian Poulter. You can name them. All the golfers that you know in this day, they're all, showing love to Graham McDowell as well too. So it's a very sad one. Also, like I said, at 87, you might say he's been there, done it. He's had a great life, but then it's never easy, when you pass away. Shouts off, South African as well too. And then the President of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Here's to the King, who was as extraordinary on the golf course as it was, off the golf course. So yeah.
Tayo, I'm just going to stay with the words of Rory McIlroy. It says, "Forever remembered."
Forever.
That's it. When
There's no doubt about it.
When you've made an impact, when you're influential, when you've done so much for this world, there's no way the world will forget about you, and that's why Arnold Palmer is being celebrated this way. Not just what it did for golf as a person. You heard Tiger Woods mentioning philanthropy to it, you know, and again, he didn't sit back even after play. Even in his old age, he was always coming out there,
of course,
you know,
he was,
ensuring that golf is on the front burner. So. He will definitely be missed.
No doubt.
Say he always went to great heights to ensure that every person waiting in line ended up with a cherished autograph, even at that age. You know, an approach that even to this generation of players tries to live up to. You know, so it just speaks of humility. You know, he's a very humble fellow, and then he did all of this so you and I can appreciate golf.
I mean, Austin, this year has been a bit. You know, we've lost a lot of great. Sportsman, Muhammad Ali, you know, went this year. Now Arnold Palmer as well too. We lost Stephen Keshi. We lost Stephen Keshi, Amadu Schreiber. It's been a very, I don't know the word to use exactly. It's been a bit sad. Because we want to consider the circumstances surrounding some of the, you know, the deaths and everything. It hasn't been too good for sports. But that's life, and hopefully the family, they have the fortitude, you know, to bear this irreparable loss. That's what it is. Let's continue to celebrate Arnold Palmer. Golf fans, you've seen the tributes pouring in. Let's keep them coming. Arnold Palmer died due to heart complications. That's what the agent said. But for us at Channel Sports, we will keep celebrating a legend. Celebration is the word. That's right. That's the word. Austin. That's right. That's it. Okay, let's get on with the show now. Talk about rugby. You know, we told you the Nigeria rugby team, the Black Stallions, they went to Nairobi for the 2016 Africa Rugby Sevens. What's the story? We'll tell you the story now. And they moved up in the rankings to 7th. The Black Stallions defeated Morocco 19-5 in their last ranking match to finish 7th at the competition that ended in Nairobi. But positives. Positives. Okay. I mean, when you say you finish 7th, you know, at this competition, compared to where they finished the last time around, which was 8th in 2015, in the 2015 edition in Johannesburg, South Africa, you'd say that's a progression. Although it's a bit. It's not a movement. It's not a giant stride, you know, you're expecting from the Black Stallions. But you know, you can't really give what you don't have. This is what they have at the moment, and hopefully the experience and exposure, you know, will help them, you know, get better in future events. That's the key. Rugby, you know, by every imagination, is a developing sport in the country. They like to rugby, cricket, all the sports are still trying to make their mark. So they will go through, you know, these times, and it's all about how they come out of it, how they, you know, progress afterwards. That really matters. That's right. That means the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, they need to get back to work. They need to analyze this competition. And as we said, you need to keep players busy. You know, you have a South African coach that loves rugby that has come to Nigeria. Talk about Fabian Juris to ensure that, you know, rugby, you know, gets on the map. So after this competition, maybe 1 more, 2 more before the year runs out, you know, so that we can keep talking about it, we can keep assessing the team, you know. Of course. If we need to even do things nationwide, let's look towards that, because that's the only way to stay in shape. Exactly. And Austin, I know it's just 7th place, okay, but it is very significant that, you know, in the ranking match against Morocco to see who actually places last. The Nigerians, no, because seriously, Austin, you don't want to have that tag of finishing last in a tournament. So for them to show character to ensure they were not going to get that last place tag, and they beat Morocco 19-5 in that particular one. Very convincing win. It shows they have potential, you know, to be a lot better. So the Nigerian Football Rugby Federation, they have their work cut out obviously, and because for you to get to the level of South Africa, Kenya, the likes, they're still a long way from it. So yeah,
I agree with you there, totally. Okay, Olatunji Fashimo is the technical director of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation. He's been talking to us as regards this competition. He joins us now live on the program. Good morning, Olatunji. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
7th at the just concluded Africa Rugby Sevens. Good enough position for the Black Stallions?
Well, I think the boys really did well, and it shows that the sport is actually growing in Nigeria, considering the fact that you have the local boys participating in the tournament, and I think they really proved themselves. We just need to go back to the drawing board and see how we can improve in their physicality.
What are the challenges, going into this competition?
The challenges are, well, the major challenges we have is not having enough time to prepare because of funding. But I think now we understand better that we have a place in Africa when it comes to sevens. So we're going to dive more to see how we can put the boys in camp earlier enough.
Okay.
Yeah, Fashimo, I mean, how far is Nigeria from the likes of Uganda and Namibia, Kenya, in rugby sevens in Africa?
Well, to be honest with you, I think the boys are there already. Like I said, because we have short time to prepare, so there were one or two things we lacked. But in terms of performance and matching them, I think we are there. We've never beat Morocco before. We beat them for the first time. Also, Tunisia has always been trashing us, but we held them to a sudden death, and that shows that we are already there with them.
All right, thank you so much, Olatunji Fashimo, for talking to us on the show. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's it. Olatunji Fashimo is the technical director of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, and he's been speaking to us about Nigeria's performance at the 2016 Africa Rugby Sevens. Style 2 positives. We have never beaten Morocco before. The Black Stallions did, and then they pushed Tunisia
all the way.
Positives.
Of course. I mean, it's not all negatives. I mean, also, like I said earlier, the sport is still, trying to make its mark in Nigeria. Like I said, preparations wasn't too impressive. It could have been a lot better. So perhaps, that affected their final placement, in the competition. We'll be monitoring the progress, definitely. When they come back home, we'll see what they have in terms of program for the rest of the year. And next year as well, so that'll be very important. The year is already rounding off, so they need to start putting their programs in place for 2017.
Because when you look at the likes of Kenya, Namibia, Uganda, and what they have done for their rugby, and then you put it at par also, you're not just even so bad with your football. So
exactly.
Now we need to start looking at a holistic view where our sports in total will be good. So that's it. That's as regards the rugby sevens. We'll take a break now. Okay, let's go on with the show now. I'll talk about some of the challenges that you talked about, and it's funding. And
of course, it's recurring. We always talk about funding every time. It's starting to, sound like a broken record, but it's across sports. All sports in Nigeria seem to have the same issue when it comes to funding. The onus is on the Rugby Federation in Nigeria to market the sport, just like it is for every other sport in Nigeria to market the sport as well too. When the money is not forthcoming from the government, and then you have to go out there and source for it. So that's why I said earlier, they have their work really cut out.
So while the players are looking for ways to condition, get back to their clubs, play league football, the administrators need to start looking for ways to break those challenges.
Exactly.
Because those challenges, if you don't tackle it, when a problem is not solved, it's still a problem.
Of course,
and that means you want to take us to the next competition, you complain about funding. You want to go to the next competition, you complain about funding. And then that's really going to start affecting your performance.
Of course it will.
Yeah, so that's it. Update from the Africa Rugby Sevens. Good one for Team Nigeria. I say good because we're not really known for rugby, but we are monitoring the efforts of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation. The Black Stallions defeated Morocco. They've never done that before. Put that down. That's progress. We'll continue to monitor. They pushed Tunisia all the way. If they had not gone for the competition title, I won't be saying this because it's really, really important to play competitions to assess yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll continue with the show now, but that's after we take a breather. When we come back, we'll go to our to the news studio, and of course, get you involved in the show. Don't go anywhere. Stay.